Howdy, Ranger fans. Welcome to another Midweek Coaches Show. We've got a ton of exciting stuff to talk about. We've got two in-depth looks at different programs. But let's get started kind of recapping the week and what a week it was for our Rangers. Our girls soccer team is on a fantastic streak right now. Huge wins, capped off last Friday by a big win over Alamo Heights 2-1. And then they actually headed out to Bernie last night and blanked them. It was 3-0. I ran into Coach Atkins on my way down here. Just for you soccer fans, their passing percentage goal is normally 65. That's like completed passes for you football fans. Last night they were at 86%. I mean, his eyes were just this big. So our girls soccer program is just peaking at the right time, grinding on all cylinders. They've got a couple big games coming up we'll talk about. But if you haven't gotten a chance to catch them, I do suggest you get out here Friday night to watch them. Also with big wins is our boys soccer. So they did have a tough loss on Friday against Alamo Heights, but they had a huge rebound last night. We hosted Bernie here at Ranger Stadium. Boys started off, I want to say the first goal, I think, was within the first 3 or 4 minutes, and ended up holding on for a 3-2 win versus a very good Bernie team last night. Coach Boss was just floating through the air after the game. The boys were excited. They've got a strong district and they're right in the heart of it. So they're doing great things at the right time. Golf, girls were at Buckhorn on Monday. Boys had their spring kickoff at River Crossing. Always great showings from Coach Poppy's group. They'll get into state and district stuff coming up soon. So again, peaking at the right time. Softball, last weekend, unfortunately, had their Dripping Springs tournament canceled due to weather Thursday, Friday, Saturday. However, they did come out last night in district and get a huge 11-0 win at Alamo Heights. Shout out to Maddie Hahn, who pitched a great game. Just ran into Coach Wolf on my way up here too, and she's beaming from ear to ear. So really great things happening. Our baseball team, unfortunately, also had their tournament canceled, the Northside tournament Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They started district last night, had a tough draw first round, had to go out to Champion, and had a tough loss for their first district game. But I have no doubt that Coach Kale, Coach Bowman, Coach Lynch will all rebound, get those boys ready for their next district game. Tennis and track, unfortunately, didn't get to play this past weekend. Tennis was supposed to head down to Corpus Christi for the spring fling. Track was supposed to head out to Buda Hayes for the Hawks relay. So nothing really to report from them other than they're still out here practicing, working hard every day, looking forward to their next competition. This past weekend, I got to join Coach Duckworth and Coach Mooch at the state swim meet. So to get a little bit more of a look at how we did and our swim program overall, we're going to head to Coach Hill, who's going to sit down with Coach Duckworth to talk a little bit about Ranger Swim.
Thanks, Coach Miller, and congratulations to our athletes and coaches for their successes last week. This is such a busy time of year. We've got a handful of sports that have wrapped up or are in the process of wrapping up or getting ready to get to the meat of their schedule. And then, of course, we've got a few sports that are just kicking off and really getting going. So takes a little bit of concentration to keep up with all that. So we appreciate Coach Miller giving us that update, and we'll flip it back to her in a little while, and we'll talk about what's next for some of these sports. But one of our sports that has just ended their season is our aquatics program, our swim dive program, headed again by Coach Heidi Duckworth, who's with us here today. And they just wrapped up their season, so we thought we'd have Coach on and let's kind of recap what has gone on in our aquatics program. And Coach, when does that, tell our viewers, when does that get going, and how did the early season, part of the season go?
Our season gets going middle of October, right after water polo, and beginning of the season went really good. We went to a lot of smaller dual meets, and our kids did really well in it, and it all builds until the end of the season where they get to compete in districts, regionals, and state.
Well, no doubt, and with to that end, the district meet, it's a unique sport in the sense it is an individual sport. You're looking for athletes who get a chance to move on to regional, hopefully state, capture some honors that way. But we're competing as a team as well, much like a track meet, where you compile points based on finish in each event. You total them all up. How did our teams do?
Our teams did awesome at districts. Girls ended up getting first, and they got first because of how deep they are. We had 4 girls in every single event, which is maxed out, and we consistently placed like 2 or 3 in the top 8, so that really helped us out. And then our boys got third at districts.
Now you have, and again, now that's how we finished team-wise. District champions on the girls' side, third on the guys' side. And now individuals, tell our viewers again who gets to advance, the top X amount of finishers, who gets to advance, and then if you can remember them all, because I know there were a lot, who were the ones that did get to advance?
The ones that got to advance to regionals, we had a lot advance to regionals. Some of our Finley Haroff was the district champion in the 200 free. Max Brady was the district champion in the 100 fly. And then we had a lot in like the top 3 that advanced as well. Our girls medley relay won districts, and that had Ava Schneider, Cameron Cavazos, Finley Haroff, and Elise Hornberg on it.
Good. So those all then move on. They get to move on to regional. Where was that at? And then, of course, how did we do at regional? How did we fare there?
Regionals was at Southwest ISD, and we were District 26. We were with 27, 28. And girls ended up getting second place at regionals, which was a big deal for us. And our boys got 5th. For regionals, we had one girls relay get 3rd, and then the other one get 2nd. And then Finley Haroff was also the regional champion in the 200 free.
So now, again, this just keeps progressing. Now we get to the state meet, and who all got to qualify there and got to participate, and how did they finish there at the final meet?
Jason Hufford qualified in the 200 IM. Cameron Cavazos qualified in both of her events, the 200 free, the 500 free. Finley qualified in both of her events, 200 free and 100 breast. And then Ava Schneider also qualified in the 100 free. Those were all our individual qualifiers. We also had 2 girls relays make it, our medley and our 200 free. And our medley ended up placing 8th at state, and our 200 free ended up placing 5th at state.
Tremendous year, both for those individuals and for you, Coach. I think you were the Coach of the Year on the girls' side. Is that correct?
District Coach of the Meet.
Yeah, Coach of the Meet. So kudos to you, Coach Brooke Muchigamba, who assists you in that program. And, of course, those athletes, some mentioned here, not all could be mentioned, obviously, in the interest of time. But just a great year, and, many of those are underclassmen. You'll have those back, and our program will just continue to build and build. And like a lot of things at Smithson Valley, we're seeing a lot of success. Aquatics is certainly one of them. That's a tribute to you, Coach, and your athletes. And congratulations on a great year, and we look forward to next year. Thanks for being on today.
Thanks, Coach. Again, congrats to Coach Duck, Coach Mooch, our entire swim program on a terrific season. It was great to get to watch those girls and Jason compete at the state meet this past weekend against the state's best swimmers. Very, very proud of the way they represented Smithson Valley. All right, let's talk about what's coming up this week. We all know we're at that point, February. We've got a million sports going on, a million things happening here. So if you're looking for girls soccer, they have got a huge matchup this Friday against Piper. Number 1 and 2 in the district. We host them here at Smithson Valley at 7:15. So if you have the chance to come out, I know our girls would appreciate it. They will head to New Braunfels next Tuesday. And then our boys are the reverse of that. So our boys will head to Piper this Friday at 7:15, and then they will host New Braunfels here at Ranger Stadium next Tuesday. Softball will head to Boerne. Softball is hosting Boerne this Friday. It is a home game. So if you have not had a chance to come watch our Rangers, come watch them. Coach Wolf, Coach Randall, Coach O'Brien doing a great job with those girls. Always fun to watch. And then Tuesday, they will head to Piper. So right in the heart of their district season. Baseball is going to take a little break in district this weekend so that we can host the Comal Classic. Unfortunately, our field is about 1 week away from being ready. So our boys are going to play at Lehman Thursday and Friday. Thursday, they'll play at 1:30 and 4. Friday, you can find them at 10 and 12:30. And then Saturday will just kind of be bracket play depending on how they do. But that will be at Lehman this weekend. And then they will come back for district next Friday. It will be the first game that we host at our new baseball complex. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, we suggest that you come out and watch. There's a lot of great things that have happened for that baseball complex, and our baseball team is a ton of fun to watch also. Golf, this Friday and Saturday, the boys will head to Legacy Hills for the state preview, which signals they are getting into the heart of their season. After this, they start into district and regionals and state. So I believe we're going to hear from Coach Poppy next week about golf. And then tennis is going to take this week off before heading to San Marcos next week. So lots of things going on. Another huge one we want to talk about this Saturday, our track team is hosting our Ranger Relays track meet. And to find out a little bit more about that and to deep dive into our track team a little bit more, we're going to head right now to Coach Hill and Coach Jones.
Thanks, Coach, and look forward to those events that we've got coming up this week. And this show's a bit unique. Normally we feature a program that's ongoing or just finished. This week we're going to feature two. With Ranger Relays, our yearly hosted track meet coming up this Saturday here at Ranger Stadium, we felt like this was a good time to feature and highlight our track program. Coach Bryn Jones has been our head track coach now for a number of years, continues to excel in that area. And we have Ranger Relays this Saturday, and what we want to do is talk about our program a little bit. With weather, we've kind of had a hard time getting the meet off the ground, so far nobody's won or lost a race. But tell us, Coach, what you anticipate, not just this Saturday, but throughout the year. And let's start on the girls' side.
Okay, well, first of all, yeah, we've only had one meet, so you can't really fight nature. So, well, we did the best we could. We went to Comal ISD Relays, and our varsity boys and varsity girls did win that meet. So, off to a really good start. I was very, very pleased with their efforts. Starting on the girls' side, probably the main thing that happened was our 4x8. Our Coach Hall did a good job of putting our 4x8 out there on the track, and won the 4x8 and then went ahead and set a school record, and still today currently have the #1 time in the nation. So pretty impressive for a group of young ladies who also won the cross-country state championship. So very pleased with those. In the field events, Sophia Mitchke, she's coming back. She's a sophomore, and she did really well in the pole vault. And also Aaliyah Murphy, she's a junior. She had I think went 5.2 in the high jump and got second place. So very, very pleased with those. Aviana Miller kind of picked up where she left off in the triple jump. She went 37, a little over 37 feet. So she's primed to go pretty big this year as well. And on the track, I don't even really know where to start. So many good performances, especially from our distance. Brady Solansky, Mia Perez in the mile. I think we went 1-2 in the mile. Our 4x4 won the meet, went 4 minutes with Mia. I think it was Mia, Anya, Brady, and Lily Koenig. Won that one. So very, very pleased with their efforts. And of course, we had Karis Leindecker. She's one of our sprinters that did really well as well. So. We've got, still trying to put the pieces together, but I think, by the time we get to district, I think we'll be pretty solid on the girls' side.
Well, that's great. And like I said, we're looking forward to watching them Saturday and throughout the remainder of the year. And, of course, we'll go into district, regional, hopefully state in some of those events. Guys' side, of course, different, but they too won the one and only meet that you had over at Canyon that day. What can our viewers look for on the boys' side?
Very pleased with the boys. I was really impressed with them. First of all, in the field events, Hans Sheff, our sophomore, he won the shot put in and the discus, and I think he may have thrown some personal best in that meet. So really happy for him, really excited to see what he can do as the year goes on. Our relays have done well. Our 4x4 picked up second place. Our 400 is probably really strong this year. I think we went 1, 2, 3. Gavin Kantorak, Devin Zook, and Noah Johnson. So really primed to do some great things there. And also, some of our sprints. We got Brad Sowers to be back. We got Kay Spradling back. So our 4x1 actually won it with Brad, Cade, Liam McGee, and Connor Drott. So again, still trying to put the pieces together, one meet under our belt, but I think, again, with the boys, I think we'll be pretty competitive by the time we get around to district as well.
Good deal. Then this Saturday is our Ranger Relays, as we mentioned. I think we have field events at 9. Is that correct? 3,200 at 9:30, and then the first running event, the sprint relay, will be at 1 o'clock. Rangers Network's going to broadcast the track meet, so look for, with the running beginning at 1, look for an email link that you'll be able to click, and that link will be live, and you can watch all the races throughout the day on the Rangers Network. So we hope you'll join in. And Coach Jones, good luck to you, not just this week, but throughout the remainder of the year.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Okay, well, we thank y'all for being on today. Hope to see you Saturday at the track meet. If not, we'll see you next time. Go Rangers.